What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Nia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley is the CEO of Akerna, the best trade idea resource out there. All right. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's already Thursday. We are flying through this week. Welcome to the Power Hour. My name is Luke Jacobi, and I'll be joined by my fabulous co-host, Jason Raznick, shortly here. I'm going to start today off the way that I start every single day, which is the point of the show. The reason why we're spending this hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours together every single day is because we want this to be the best trade idea resource out there. That's what we're going for, guys. Ideas are going to come from myself. They're going to come from Jason. They're going to come from guests that we have on. And most importantly, they're going to come from ZingerNation. ZingerNation, that's all of you out there in the chat. We are in this thing together. This is the most transparent stock trading show you will ever find. Every single day, we're making trades together. We have our live portfolios up. You see the losing days. Had one yesterday. Have another one today. We'll go through it. But again, we want this to be the best trade idea show possible. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that subscribe button because we're running all day. But all right, stocks that we are going to talk about today. I sort of teased it. I did put a trade on this morning. I usually like to wait until the show, but this one was timely. I put it on, still have it on. So we'll talk about that one in a minute. Getting over to the live account, we're going to talk about Voyager Digital. We're going to talk about Naked. We're going to talk about PayPal. We're going to talk about Tilray, Insigo, and all the SPAC tickers. Woo! Jason has a new ticker. He's been trying to get to it for like 2 days, and he keeps running out of time. So we're going to get Jason going. He's got a new stock to pitch us. We'll be doing that closer to 1. And then guests today, we're going to be talking options, and specifically we're going to be getting into options trading. We're going to be doing some more high volume stuff, and you know, a little bit more aggressive maybe than we're all used to. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and dig into it. But before we talk stocks, I'm going to get to that trade in just a second here. I've got something new to show you guys. Let me share my screen. I need some help from ZingerNation here. There we go. Share screen. All right, there we go. All righty. So check this out. Not this that you see right now. Check out this page. We now have, as of literally yesterday, we now have an unusual options activity page on Benzinga. Basically, the purpose of the page is it calls out especially weird options trades, and it does it in a couple of ways. It could be crazy volume on a trade. It could be a trade that's way out of the money, right? So if a stock has earnings the next day and somebody buys a ton of calls that are way out of the money, that will show up on this page. So we're looking for high volume. We're looking for really unusual strike prices, and that's the point of this page. But we're not there yet. We got the first iteration up. This isn't a final product. We want this to be the best options page on the internet. Everything that we do here at Benzinga, we want to be the best, right? That's what we're going for. This show, we like it when you guys are critical because we want to make this the best stock trading show that you have. That's the approach that we're taking with this options page. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop this link into the chat here. Let me pull it up. All right, there it is. I dropped the link into the chat. Guys, email powerhour@benzinga.com. I'm typing it in now. Powerhour@benzinga.com with any piece of feedback that you get of anybody who sends it. He sends any feedback. As little as the feedback is, as big as it is. I mean, send it over. Will the page be real time? Yes, it is real time now, actually. But send the feedback, and I'm going to pick 3 random winners. 3 random people who tell us here's at least one thing you can do to make this page better. You can get whatever you want from swag.benzinga.com. Again, that's swag.benzinga.com. We want this to be a super, super helpful resource for all you stock and options traders out there by calling out here is some really weird, likely institutional options trading that's going on. So again, brand new page that we have. The link is in the chat. Powerhour@benzinga.com is the chat. tell us how we can make this page better. And I'm going to pick 3 random winners. So there's my first ask. I have 2 more ask, guys, and then we're going to get into the stocks. Ask number 2. iOS developers. We're trying to make a Benzinga Pro mobile app. Benzinga Pro, that is the platform that I use every single day when I'm looking at stocks, options. I'm looking at prices. I'm looking at news. I'm looking at earnings dates. All of that. Right now, I've just been watching this Bumble. They're trying to open the stock all day. But we're trying to turn it into a mobile app, not just desktop. We need a badass mobile developer who loves the stock market. If that's you or that's anybody you know, again, powerhour@benzinga.com. The email address is in the chat. Let us know. And ask number 3, very last ask, and then we're going to get into stocks. Ask number 3. We're aggressively trying to expand our editorial team. We need writers who can cover some topic better than anybody else out there, right? So as an example, if you are a biotech nut, you love the biotech space, you study all these companies, and you want to be the biotech writer for Benzinga, you think you can make the best biotech content out there on the market, we need you. Again, powerhour@benzinga.com. Send that note. I got about 60 people reaching out yesterday. I want to get 60 more because, again, everything that we do, we want it to be the absolute best. I will get back to everybody. I can promise you that. It may take a day, but I promise I will get back to you. And that's it. So, again, options, send me the feedback. iOS, send me the intro. Writers, send me the names. Tell me what you can do better than anybody else. Again, it's powerhour@benzinga.com. That's the email address we're going for. And without further ado, let's get into the trades. Let's get into the day. I already made 1 trade this morning. There it goes. All right, the stock that I bought is ticker MTCH. That is Match Group. Let's pull that up on the screen here. MTCH. If you don't know Match Group, they own like all the dating sites. Maybe not all of them, but they own a lot of them, right? Like I think they own like Plenty of Fish. They've got 45 dating websites, platforms that they own. Okay. The big catalyst that we have on Match Group today is Bumble. Bumble, another dating app. It's having its IPO today. Here's what I was looking for when I made that trade. I'm scrolling back to Bumble. So we go all the way back to our news feed. We go to February 2nd. We see that Bumble expected to price its IPO somewhere between $28 and $30 per share. That's where the stock was looking to have its initial public offering. Yesterday, when they priced the IPO, and when they priced the IPO, I'll explain in a second, but they priced the IPO at $43 per share. So they expected 28 to 30. They priced it at 43. That means the stock had a ton of demand, right? That means that there's a ton of institutions. Anybody who had access to the IPO, which is typically institutions, they're bidding the shares up. The company expected to go for 28 to 30. They're saying, no, give it to me. I want it. They're outbidding each other. They go to 43. That's an indication of a super hot IPO. And what I mean by they price it, the company says, hey, we're offering 10 million shares or however many shares it is. Whatever price they sell those shares at, that's the proceeds that they get. Right. So again, we had a ton of demand for this one. I checked this morning. I see. All right. They priced it at $43. Where is this stock going to open? But there's 2 steps, right? The first step is you price it and you actually sell those IPO shares. That's locked in. All the institutions are getting those shares for $43. Then it goes over to the market makers. They have to actually open the stock for trading. And when they have to open it for trading, what I mean by that is they have to build a book. They have to build a bullish side. They have to build a bearish side, right? The buyers and the sellers. What price are they going to meet at the middle where this stock is going to start trading? Okay. It priced at 43. They indicated to open at 63, and it just keeps climbing. Last check, they indicated the price for the stock to open at $77 per share. Okay, so again, the company expected it 28 to 30. The institution said, we're going to pay 43. Now all the traders who are trying to get into it are saying, we're going to pay $77 for a share of Bumble. That is a super, super bullish indication there. Okay, so I think, okay, I don't have an IPO allocation, but how can I trade this? And the way that you can trade it is with Match Group, because similar to Bumble, they own a lot of dating properties. So somebody said to me this morning when I was putting this trade on, they said, wouldn't you think that Match would go down? Because people are taking their money out of Match to put it into Bumble. I can see how that makes sense. But keep in mind that we are news people at Benzinga. If we are nothing else, maybe we're not funny, maybe we don't have a good soundboard, which I think we're both. But if nothing else, we are news people. That's what we do. That's what we know. And I can tell you guys that a rising tide raises all ships. If we see a ton of interest and a ton of investor dollars flowing into one dating app, it's typically going to flow through to the other one. So I went ahead and made the trade. I got lucky. I got filled at just above 168. So almost the low. I had no way of knowing that. I just knew that I wanted into the action because when I put the trade on, Match was down. So shares of Match Group were actually trading lower while this Bumble IPO looked really, really hot. So thanks, Jay Towers, for giving me a funny. But this Bumble IPO looked really hot. Match was down. Went ahead, scooped up some shares. And there we go. We went ahead and put that one on. So guys, if I am distracted today, that's why. It's because I'm watching this Bumble IPO try to open. I expect that it will open at some point during our time here together today. But we'll see. Sometimes it takes until the mid-afternoon to get these. I think 11 o'clock, if I had to guess, is the medium time that these IPOs open. So I think that this thing should come. So there it is, Bumble. That's the trade. If Bumble rips, right? If we see this thing open at $80, it rips to 100. That Match trade is going to be hot. The way that I'm going to handle it is the trend is your friend. I always stick with the momentum, right? If the momentum keeps going, I'm going to stay in that thing. As soon as that momentum cracks, I'm going to take some or all of it off the table. Somebody's asking, is Match an ETF? No, it's not an ETF. It's an individual company, but they just operate like 45 different dating properties. So that's how it works. Whew. All right. Luke's in a complicated relationship with his dating app stocks. I think that's definitely fair to say. But I don't have my Bumble, but I have my Match. We're letting it ride. We're up $6 a share, which is awesome on a stock of this size. I mean, let's do the quick math. So yeah, I mean, we're up 3.5% already. We get this open. We get the stock to run. This thing will keep going. So, all right, there's the Match trade. I want to throw this one out to ZingerNation. Let's get the first question of the day going. If you guys like Match Group, you like this Match trade that I put on this morning, throw me the 1 in the chat. If you don't like it, throw me the 2. And again, I'm going to encourage everybody, send one idea as to how that options page gets better, because I want it to be the best page of the internet. I've been working on this one for the past couple of weeks. So let's get this options page cooking. But again, throw me the 1 in the chat if you like this Match trade. You don't like it, throw me the 2, and we'll figure out where everybody's at on this one. Oh, we're getting some 2s flowing. Okay, let's let a few more answers filter through. And how long will it take for there to be options on Bumble? I don't know the answer to that. Does anybody know? All right, now here comes some ones. All right, there we go. Now I got some energy behind me. Somebody's asking, what is the Power Hour email again? It's powerhour@benzinga.com. That's the email address, powerhour@benzinga.com. All right, and we're a very mixed bag on this Match Group trade. All right, so we'll see. I mean, we're going to find out pretty shortly. We're probably going to find out during the show whether or not the trade works. So we'll all have the answer, but before all is said and done. All right. And guys, throw in also any tickers you want us to cover today. I've got some time blocked out to take some tickers out of the chat. But let's get to those in just a minute. I see somebody just dropped in PayPal ripping. Let's go over to the live portfolio. This is my live brokerage account. I show it every single day, not just when we have winning days. Check this out. 2 days in a row, we're having losing days. So we'll talk about that in a second here, where we're getting smoked. But all right, let's. I've got a couple to highlight out of the live portfolio stocks that we own. Naked Brands still having its day. It's pulled back. I said yesterday at the top of the show, guys, Naked is finally having its day. MVIS, I'm gonna write that one down. It's still going. We got, I think, to $2 on Naked. Let me pull up a chart of it on my Benzinga Pro NAKD. And charts are gonna be small today because I'm watching this Bumble IPO. Yeah, I mean, we got over $2 on Naked. The momentum is definitely cracked. That's not a good sign at all. As I look at this chart here, let me zoom you guys in. Check this out. We've got a couple lows put in here. The stock is sitting right at those lows. I don't like that. If it breaks below those lows, it probably has more downside, and I should get out of the trade. If I wasn't doing the show, I'd be watching that very closely. So that way I could go ahead and close that out. But there's the trade on Naked was one of the ones I wanted to talk about. And then let's get to PayPal. Freaking PayPal, PYPL. Let's go. First air horn of the day. Some of you guys hate the air horns. Check this out. We are now up 35% this month on the PayPal trade. Holy crap. It just keeps going. I mean, being up 35% on a stock like PayPal is sort of an indication as to how this market is, right? It's like the worst position that you can have on right now in this market is cash. I mean, I dipped. Jason's been in margin for a while. When I put on that match trade this morning, I actually dipped into margin for the first time in 2021. But PayPal continuing to run. We bought this stock on a thesis. The thesis was crypto had been hot. Crypto had been running. PayPal allows users to buy, sell, trade crypto. It lets brands use crypto as a payment method. The stock hadn't been moving on it. And so we went ahead. We took a PayPal position. Thesis is playing out for us. It then got some momentum underneath the stock, and it's still running. So PYPL, we are still hanging out in that one. And I'm just going to keep raising the stops up, right? The thesis is played out. We got a 35% run. Our initial price target was up 20%. We got that 35% run. And the reason why I don't sell stocks when they hit the price target, instead I use stops, is because you don't know when the momentum is going to end. Like I always say, the trend is your friend. Let the energy guide you, especially in this market. It's like we're all chasing and we're all winning, even though we're chasing. So PayPal is one of those situations. We have stops on the stock right now. I've got my stop set at 285. Those are some lows that were put in early this morning. If we get stopped out, great. We're going to take that PayPal trade. We're going to spend the money into something else. If it keeps running, I'm not going to be left just hanging out on this thing. Let's let it keep running. I didn't think it would get this high, but the stock is still moving for us. SINO. All right, we'll write down that one too to get into. All right, let's do a couple other out of the live account. So those were a couple winners to highlight. Now let's talk about some of the losing positions we're in and how we're handling those. These Palantir puts are actually short the puts, so that's good for us. Forward is whatever. Insigo, INSG is the one I want to talk about. We put that trade on yesterday. We're getting freaking hammered in it, down 9% today. Let's pull up the chart here. And I'm going to make my case for the stock again because nothing's changed. Insigo, I believe in, and I said when I put this trade on yesterday, I said this is a very long-term holding. I mean, we will probably be in this stock for years. And the reason why is because I had a revelation about 5G. Right, I never really got the 5G pitch. I never got the 5G angle until I got a 5G cell phone. And when I saw how fast 5G internet actually is, that's what made me bullish on this stock. On my phone, I get 150 megabits per second down. On my home internet that I pay Comcast for, I get 35 megabits per second down. So 5G is blazingly faster than my home internet. And my home internet, it's a pain in the ass for the companies to operate, right? They've got to dig a line out to my house. They've got to wire it through. They've got to, cut through electric wires, right? It's a whole pain in the ass versus just being able to pipe it directly in. What the product that Insigo makes is they make a modem router combo that pulls in the 5G signal and then rebroadcasts it throughout your home, throughout your office as a Wi-Fi signal, right? So I think that 5G is absolutely going to replace the current internet infrastructure that we have now. I mean, the only thing you can get faster is fiber. We get 1,000 down here at the Benzinga office. Nobody needs that. So that's why I like Insigo. They do have competition. The price action, the sell-off today, there's not really anything going on, right? The stock had been hot. It's given up a couple days of gains. This is a 1 month chart that I have up on the screen here. And so I still like this one. Again, we're getting hammered on it today. Did our timing totally suck? Yes, it totally sucked. But again, this is a stock that I said that I want to own for several years. So it doesn't bother me at all. Now let's talk about SPACs for a second too. So we've got Clover, we've got car lots. Let's look at HIMS. We have Pershing, PSTH. Right. All it seems like a lot of the energy has flowed out of SPACs. That was the hottest thing around. Now there's a lot more Momo plays. There's a lot of these pennies that are running. The SPACs are like sort of dead. The energy is not in them right now. I am not going to be taking any more SPAC positions right now. You can look at some of these returns. Everything that I have that's turned red on me this week, it's all been SPAC positions. So I'm not going to be adding any SPACs right now. I want to see some of that energy and some of that momentum turn around. If it does turn around, then maybe I'm going to go ahead, get back into that thing and get long it a little bit. But again, yeah, we're getting hammered on Clover is another one, car lots. So I'm adding no more SPACs. I do have them on the list to potentially clear some out. And shout out to Jason Raznick out there in the chat saying smash that like button. Smash that like button for us. Share the stream. We're bringing the ideas. We just got through the match trade. Now we're talking SPACs. So again, with regard to SPACs, I'm not adding any right now. I'm going to hang out with them. I might trim some of the positions, take a little bit off the table, and then when the momentum starts to flow back into them, which I think it will at some point, but we just don't know when. Then we're going to go ahead and get some more SPAC energy in there. And guys, I am throwing this one out there. If you guys like SPACs right now, you are putting more money into SPACs, or you're at least holding on to what you already have, throw me the one in the chat. If you don't, throw me the two. I'm curious where everybody is at with their SPACs. Woo. All right. And while we let these votes come in, we're going to get to options in a little bit. We're going to talk about some options trading here in a second. And I've got some things to preview you guys. So some things that we have coming up today. Biotechs. All right. If you guys like biotechs, or you want to like biotechs, I want to like biotechs. I don't have any tickers right now, but I want to get into some of these names. Stay tuned. 2:30 Eastern. Vivi, the biotech queen, she's got a new ticker for us, a new biotech stock. She also said that she's going to be grabbing some of these biotechs out of the chat. So guys, have your biotech tickers ready for her coming in at 2:30. And then per popular demand, all week I've been dropping in a survey. I've been asking, what content do you guys want to see? What shows are we missing? We're trying to go all day. We need to make the business case to go all day, right? Because unfortunately, as much fun as I have doing this, it is still a business. So I've got to run all day. We've got to have a justification to run all day. We need to get more viewers, right? If we're just sitting here at 900 viewers, that's not going to do it for us. That's why I'm saying, guys, like the stream, share the stream, subscribe to it. Come on, throw me the tweet, #ZingerNation, #ZingerNation. Everybody who does that, I'll throw you a follow and a retweet on that. Let's get this thing going. But per popular demand, we are bringing you guys a crypto show. We've had no crypto content. I said we have the biotech queen. I think that we now have the crypto queen. We're putting her to a test today. So at let's see, 3:00 Eastern, we're doing crypto. So if you guys want to talk trading, you want to talk investing, you want to talk the crypto stocks, your Riots, your Mars, your Voyagers, those are the moves. So we're going to have that coming up for us in a little bit here. And I'm looking back now. We've had some time. We've gotten some answers flowing for the SPAC trades. Let's see. All right, you guys still like the SPAC trades? Okay. I'm not with you on that one. I'm letting it cool off. It's cool right now. There's better places to throw my money. I mean, look at it, right? We got back-to-back losing days here. Never that fun. Still up a good 17% or so on the year, so I'll take it. And let's do a quick little Bumble check. Nothing yet. But I'm hanging out in my SPACs, potentially trimming some positions, and at the very least, not adding anything new right now. Again, I think that if your momentum turns around, that'll be your opportunity to get into some of these SPAC trades, and especially if you can do them for a discount. I do still have my SPAC warrants, especially on some of these pre-merger Chamath ones. I'm going to hang out on those, let them ride, because, I mean, he's got a good track record, and we'll come back on SPACs. But all right, let's grab some tickers out of the chat. And again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to have my chart small because I need to be watching this Bumble news. I've got that hot match trade on. This is absolutely a day trade. Look at this. We're getting some pullback since we last talked about it. You guys didn't like the trade, so we'll see here. But all right, let's pull some of these tickers out of the chat. The first one up, SNDL, Sundial Growers. Dude, the Atlas guys did it. They started calling this stock at 60 cents a share. We brought it up on the show a couple times and said, this is the next one that people are putting energy into. I didn't get into it, unfortunately, but we called it out basically in the whole March from 60 to $2 was their price target. They got it up to $5. Again, I didn't get in this one. I missed the boat on it. But I mean, they got the thing all the way up to $5. Yes, it sold off precipitously. It looks like some of that downward momentum has stopped a little bit. Let me click us over to a 2-day chart. So here's a 2-day chart. We've got some lows in there. We've got some bottoms in there. If we get back down to those bottoms, we fall through them. Be afraid. That might be a time to take some profits. If we start to rally up again, it gets some energy. It's doing a second run, right? We saw GameStop did 19 runs. So if we get a second run, consider hitting it. But all right, there's our sundial. Next ticker out of the chat, I wrote down MVIS. Let's look at that one. All right, MVIS, Microvision. See, I don't know this stock. Well, somebody in ZingerNation out there tell me what this company does. Holy crap. All right, that's a hot chart. All right, so what did they do? It got over 20. Trading higher after the company announced it received necessary components. April milestone. Okay, so it's a LiDAR play. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, it's a hot space. I'm going to say the exact same thing on this stock that I say pretty much every time. The trend is your friend. Don't fight the momentum, guys. All right, we'll do a quick little turn back in the history pages. I blew up 3 accounts from ages 15 to 19. So from 15 years old to 19 years old, I blew up 3 accounts. The first account that I ever blew up was penny stock newsletters, right? I subscribed to and bought every single penny stock newsletter, all those pumpers, blew that one up. Account number 2, I blew this up trying to catch falling knives, right? I would see that a stock is trading down 60% or something like that, and I'd be like, oh, that's a great discount. I'm going to go ahead and hit that thing. And I would buy all of these falling knives, just trying to catch them. You don't know when the low is in. Let the market tell you when the low is in. It makes it so much easier on you. I personally don't have any reason to think that I can pick the bottom better than anybody else out there. So when I see a chart that looks like this and the thing is still just screaming downwards, I'm not going ahead and picking the bottom, right? If we see that momentum turn around, we see the bottom get in, we see a nice rise on volume. Now I like the stock. Now I'm looking to get into the trade. But again, I blew up 3 accounts at very early ages. That second account was because I was trying to pick those falling knives. It's sort of a disaster. And Jason out there in the chat saying, can you bring the SNDL, the Sundial CEO, on? Yeah, let's totally do that. Producer Aaron, if you're out there, I know you're out there. I see you chatting. Will you please call SNDL? See if we can get the CEO on the show. We've got another hour. That should be plenty of time to work with, and then we'll get Sundial on the show. All right, guys. And without further ado, I've been blabbering on for just a minute. Yeah, somebody in the chat saying I've blown up accounts too. We all have. All right. Actually, I don't know if we all have. I'm throwing this one out to ZingerNation too. If you guys have blown up accounts before, throw me the 1. If you've never blown up an account, throw me the 2. If I think that if you have not blown up an account, you haven't traded. That's my opinion. I mean, maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you'll make it an entire career without blowing up an account. But it took me blowing up those 3 accounts for me to learn these principles, right? I paper traded before I blew up a first account. When I paper traded, I was the smartest motherfucker on the stock market, right? I was just fucking picking everything, hit. Triple margin, 300% returns. That shit doesn't work. I'm just telling you, make a small live account. The paper trading doesn't work. Yeah, okay. We got a lot of ones in this chat. Yes, we've all blown up an account. And I'm going to warn you, if you put in the 2, you have not blown up an account yet, you will. Okay? I'm just throwing it out there. That's my hot take on it. I'm going to bring our guest on. Let's talk some options. Let's see. There we go. Chan, what's up, man? Welcome to the Power Hour. Have you blown up an account before?
Of course. Hi, how you doing?
Good,
yeah,
man.
Of course. That's definitely part of the game, and you learn the most.
Yes, right? You have to blow up an account, right?
100%. I think that's the best. People who say they could win just continuously, I think it's impossible.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a good story for us? Like the one that I just did was one of the accounts I blew up. My second account I blew up. I did again. I blew up 3. I have not blown up any accounts in 8 years. So I have a good run. I also haven't been in a car accident for 10 years, which makes me nervous. I feel like I'm due. Do you have any stories for us as to accounts that you blew up?
Yeah, my first one's actually on penny stocks. I believe that's the same thing you did, but I was following someone at that time, and it blew up bad because I was following. Can we throw names out here?
Go for it.
All right. No. Tim Sykes. I think he has a great purpose now. But it wasn't his fault. I was just terrible at what I did. I was in college, traded penny stocks, and I was just following every single trade that he took, and it just terrible.
I see, and I went even worse than Tim Sykes, right? Like I didn't know. I was 15 years old with this first one, right? I just saw all these ads on the internet. As soon as I started researching stocks, I got all these ads on the internet for like, this penny stock is the next Amazon. I don't know. It wasn't Amazon at that time, right? I don't know what it was the next of. And when I went through and read the disclosures years later, trying to like back into like, how did I get conned out of all this money? Like in the disclosures, it says like, we were paid to write this. You know, we were given shares of the company, and we were paid, $50,000 cash to write this. So yeah, I totally got conned.
Penny stocks are something, but you could definitely find gems within the penny stock market.
Absolutely.
MBIS is a perfect example. I watched this thing grow from like $1 to like I think it was $18 today, and I was like, wow, I like definitely missed the train on this one. But a lot of them, like LK, remember Luckin Coffee? That company was terrible. Like,
yeah, it's still not a great example. It did get delisted. Did LK ever come back?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this one, like, I asked my friend, she was in Hong Kong at the time, and I was like, is there such a store around? And she was like, I've never seen it. And then shortly after, I think Andrew Left published the article, like this company was non-existent, but the story was great. They had vending machines coming out. I was like, wow, like this is the future, Starbucks.
All right, wait, hold on, Spencer, what is that? Bumble.
Oh, is it up?
BMBL, it's open. Let's go. All right, we got to watch this. I got to trade on Match. All right, so all right, let's recap the Bumble situation and the trade, guys. Bumble, we're open. Let's go. Hitting the cash register on that one. All right, so the company said that it expected its IPO to price somewhere between $28 and $30 per share. It actually priced at $43 per share. That's bullish. The stock then opened for trade, $76 a share. That is a hot IPO. So basically, the institution said we're willing to pay up to $43. Everybody who's making the market, buying this thing post IPO, they said we're going to pay $76. That's the fair price for this thing. I got a monthly chart on instead of a minute. There we go. Oh man, my Bumble quotes are all screwed up. Let me refresh this. But basically, everybody said, $76 a share. That's what we're willing to pay for this thing. And let's see how we trade now. I put a trade on Match, MTCH. When I saw the indication of open for Bumble ticking higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and Match was actually down on the day, that was my indication. That's what I said. Okay, the stock should trade in sympathy. Let's get this Bumble open. Let's rally the stock, and then Match should chase after it.
That thing is flying right now, Bumble.
Well, what's the price?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not getting a quote on it. What do you have?
Are you in it right now?
No, I'm in Match. I'm TCH. All right, let me pull up my Match chart. Match is not coming through for me. I'm 168 filled. Match is sitting out there at 172. $4. Okay, it's not what I got into the trade though.
Maybe, but you never know. Maybe it's gonna continue. Volume came in the last week, right after Bumble.
I mean, it should. That's the thesis, baby. Come on now.
Let's
go. All right, thank you, ZingerNation. I'm not getting quotes, so ZingerNation is filling it in for me. So 78.70, 78. Just keep dropping in the prices, okay? Like every 20 seconds, somebody dropping the price for me, so I can keep following this thing. But Chan, all right, tell us a little bit about your trading. Tell us a little bit about your background. This show, the point of this show, and everybody subscribe, share this freaking thing, please, because we need to get a bigger audience on here to keep doing this every day. This is sort of our test week. We want to keep it running. So please share this thing, share the link, tweet it out. But Jan, the point of this show is to be the best trade idea resource out there. That's why we're doing this. So tell us a little bit about your trading, what you're doing, and then let's get some ideas flowing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, my name is Chan. I've been trading for quite some time now. My strategy is really just to go bring my cost basis down. I sell a ton of covered calls. SNDL, I saw someone bring it up. That trade was amazing. I got in at 66 cents. It cranked up like 100% the next day. And selling covered calls, you was able to cover the whole position. So the whole position was covered just from that covered call. And I think there's a bunch of retail investors coming into the market. So I think, we're having a ton of money being pumped. Me personally, currently, I'm not in too many. A trade I took today was Luminar, LAZR. And that one was a pretty good trade. But I'm kind of a little skeptic right now just because the market's so high. I have to be careful. But my story, I've been homeless before. And now I've been featured on Benzinga and also on Yahoo Finance. So I quit my job as a NYPD officer, and now I trade full time and I manage multiple businesses. So that's my story for everybody. And
wait. So you were an NYPD officer?
Yeah, I used to be.
And then did you get into trading while you were on the NYPD?
No, I started losing money in college when I was 18 years old. So
okay.
I lost a ton of money. I found that there was huge potential in the markets.
Yeah, full circle to blowing up the accounts. Okay.
Yeah,
yep,
exactly.
We all been there.
And now look, I mean, everything's falling into place. I think once we find a purpose, we get into it.
Okay, and you were talking about the trade that you're making. I think it was a covered call trade that you were talking through. Can you just go a little bit slower and do that one again?
Yeah, so I got into SNDL, I believe 2 weeks ago, and it was at I got in at 66 cents. The next day, it ended up going to 130 or 140. So I sold the same. It was literally 1 day to expiration. So I sold covered calls I bought 4,000 shares. I sold every covered call for 0.45, so $45. It brought me around 1,400 bucks or so. And my trade probably cost around around two something. And then I sold it again the next week. The most recent trade though was terrible because we all know how much Sundial ran up. I had to roll over to the next month for my recent cover call, but bringing the cost basis down was great. And I think having a risk off position within the markets is the most amazing thing anyone can do.
Absolutely. And so you went slower for us. I'm going to ask you to go even slower and just walk us through a covered call, right? So maybe let's do a live example. I'm going to throw my screen up here real quick. All right. Where's the brokerage account? Here it is. Okay. So let's go look at, I don't know. Let's pick some random stock. But let's do HIMS, right? So I own shares of HIMS. So walk me through what that covered call trade is.
Yeah. So for the covered call example itself, it's really just shorting a call, but it's called a covered
call. So you're selling a call.
Yep.
Against a stock that you own.
Yes. So, when you short a call, you have unlimited loss potential. The reason it's called a covered call is because you are covered in the fact that you have 100 shares of the underlying stock. So if in the case, whoever trades options, you want that contract to expire worthless because it's something that you already sold. So to close a short position, you have to buy back to cover. So if it expires worthless, you keep the whole credit that you were awarded when you sold that call. For like HIMS, depending on how volatile the stock was, especially for SNDL, the IV, I believe, was like 700% because it ran up 100% the next day. So the IV crush definitely benefited me a lot. Certain cover calls are cheaper than others. I see on HIMS, if you don't think that HIMS will hit the $25 mark by next week, you could collect a premium of approximately $30. So it's a great strat. Just keep.
All right, no, let's do it. Let's do this, guys.
Oh, you're gonna do it?
We're doing it live. No, yes, I can't be a hypocrite, right? Okay. I think the worst thing anybody can be is a hypocrite, right? That's why this show we're like so transparent is because like we're in this thing together with ZingerNation, right? So I just said, you have to blow up a real account to actually learn your lesson. If we're actually going to learn about covered calls, let's take everybody through an example. Let's actually do it. I have the position in HIMS. And so I own the stock. So let's talk about the trade. So you were looking at next week, so a pretty short time horizon to sell the calls against. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the closest date that we have on the option chain is February 19th. So yeah, next week.
All right, so February 19th. Here's our calls. So these things are trading at 30 cents. So you don't really need the calculator, but I'll pull it out. So 30 cents times 100 shares. So I'm getting $30 per every one of these calls that I sell. So when I sell this call, I'm gonna get $30 right away credited to my account. That's cash in hand. Okay, we'll take it. If the stock goes above $25, my shares of HIMS that I own, for every contract I sell, every 100 shares of HIMS that I own, I lose that. It's just gone. Poof. They take away my shares. If the stock stays below $25 between now and February 19th, I just take that $30 and walk away with it. How is that? Would you say that's a fair way to do it?
Yeah, so that is exactly. So with covered calls, quote unquote, there's really never, if your entry price was good and you are already positive within the position, technically speaking, you could never lose on that position. Like you said, if it does go above the strike price and someone decides to exercise the option, you're going to have to sell your shares to them at that specific strike price. So, for the 25 call, you're looking at close to almost a 20% move within a week. I don't know how volatile this stock moves, but I would say you have let's see, you would have
and tell us how you picked this $25 strike price.
Well, I haven't done my due diligence on HIMS, but 25.
But generally speaking, then maybe, or if you can do a live analysis, that would be awesome.
Okay, yeah. Well, first, the 25. A lot of people like to sell covered calls dependent on the delta. So you'll hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, let's sell the 0.3 deltas or the 0.2s." But on a technical perspective, let's see. On a technical perspective, your all-time highs is 25.4, and it's on a downtrend right now. Volume increased the past 2 days on the downside. So to make a 20% move, unless it's a super volatile stock, most of the time you're not getting a 20% move within 1 week, unless you have something like SNDL that has some sort of news.
SNDL 20% move, 200% move.
Yeah. Oh my God, that thing was crazy.
$5, baby. Wow.
As high as the marijuana.
Yep. Okay, so basically you're looking at the technical levels. You see that based on the way that the thing's been trading, it's in a downtrend. You think that the $25 price is pretty fair, where you get sort of that balance of risk and reward. You get more money by choosing a lower strike price right away when you sell the call, but you also limit your upside a little bit more. And basically you're saying, is the stock going to get above $25 in a week? I doubt it.
Yeah, me too. But another thing to also, like, I love selling covered calls when it has a huge move up, like SNDL, because when that kicks in, the IB gets drived up. People are paying crazy amounts of money for the same contract, so you have a huge chance, especially if you're looking at technicals and you see some sort of resistance, a supply level, you could sell that covered call and bank on the premium on some sort of retracement.
Yes. And guys out there, ZingerNation, if you can't tell already, Chan is the man as we're talking options here. So if you have more options questions, drop them in. I'm gonna pull some out of the chat. So a question, what if you want to undo the trade? That's one, Chan.
Yes. So if you want to undo the trade, and like I said, SNDL, the most recent covered call, got me, pretty good because I had to roll it out. So you have different ways you could do it. You could either let the trade go and get rid of the shares, or you could roll them out. Rolling them out sounds complicated, but really what it is you're just buying it back and absorbing the loss while selling one that is further away at a further strike price, so that you could collect more premium than you lost. So I had to roll mines out to like March. I think it was March 19 for like an $8 call on SNDL. But with the move down we just had on SNDL, I'm positive on that position once again. So thank God for that.
Woo!
Let's go.
All right. So there was one question. And then, all right. Do you sell puts? I love selling puts.
Cash secure puts? Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time.
All right. Do you want to do a put example too? I'll do it.
Yes. Yeah.
This is ZingerNation. We got to do it live, baby.
Okay. Yeah. I did a spread. I sold a bull put spread.
All right, hold on. All right, let's get this one in. So here it is, right, guys? I own the share of Hims. I'm going to sell a call against it. I'm just doing one contract because I haven't really researched the position specifically, but we're doing it for the explanation. So I'm going to sell this one call right now at the $25 strike. The call expires the end of next week. I'm going to get $30 credited to my account right away. That's my limit price on it here. If the stock stays below $25, then great. I take that $30. I walk away. Got a check. More interest I'm going to get in my bank account right now. And we're happy there. If the stock runs to 30, right, the thing just has a rip. It tears. The most upside that I can see is $25. So whatever. We're still positive, just not as positive as we could be. So there it is. It's in. We'll see if we get filled or not. We're out there. It's submitted. Boom. All right, and Chan, you do or you don't like selling puts? Like, I love selling puts on stocks that I like, and I'm okay buying, but think are expensive.
Yeah. Selling puts is great, but selling calls, man, you are crazy for that. I would never sell a call just because the risk is crazy in the case that it does go above and beyond.
Well, I own the shares.
No, but when you sell a call, you're shorting a call. Oh, sorry. Oh, I bugged out.
I'm covered, baby.
If you sell a naked call.
Yes. No, I don't sell naked calls. Yes.
Okay, great. But selling a put is great, but like you said, it limits your capital. So you have to have enough cash in there to to cover in case that you have to get assigned the shares and you're gonna have to buy those shares at that specific strike price. But I do it sometimes. I did do it yesterday on LAZR.
Which one? Laser.
Yeah,
Laser. Let's pull up that chart. Come on, match group. Let's go. All right. So here's our 2-day on Laser. All right. So okay. So the stock's at $35 right now. And basically you sold puts against this. That makes you synthetically long the stock, and we'll explain it a little bit more in a second here. But like tell us about the trade that you did on Laser.
Yeah, I actually played calls and also sold 5 bull put spreads. But in the case of selling a put, I sold to 32 because at that level that's a demand zone for me. So as long as by this week, if it doesn't go underneath $32, I will keep that premium. So I think this was a pretty safe trade, and I also wrote the call side, and we had that pop today. Honestly, I don't even know where the pop came from because I don't see any news, but I know that this was heavily shorted.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
if there's nothing in Benzinga Pro, there's no news on it. That's the truth, okay? Wait, Chan, do you have a Benzinga Pro account?
I do use Benzinga's option data.
There we go. So all right. So you sold the $32 strike puts. Let's walk through this. So that means you collected cash right away for selling those puts. That's the deal. You got your cash. The downside, the risk that you're exposing yourself to is that if the stock falls to $20 a share, let's say, just out of the sky, it drops by next week, you're forced to buy the stock at $32 a share rather than the 20 that it's currently trading at. Correct?
Yep, correct.
So that's how selling puts works, guys. I sell puts all the time. I was actually going through my closed trades for the year, and in almost half of my return this year has been selling puts on stocks that I like. Like I'll pull up one example that we did. We did this one. I don't know. Let's go to the live portfolio. I closed it. Dang it. All right. We did this one maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago on the show. I sold puts on Bill.com. I made a big bull case for Bill, why I like the product, why I like the company. But I said that, hey, I think the price of the stock is high. It's trading at like 10 times forward sales. That's really expensive. S&P 500 average is about 3.5. And Will saying in the chat, can we get a Benzinga Pro giveaway? All right. Let me check the like count. All right, we're at 950 likes. If we get to 1,000 likes, whatever it is, I'm just going to pick one random chatter. Whoever has the closest chat to us hitting 1,000 likes is going to get a free Benzinga Pro account. That's the move. Okay, so going back to this. So Bill, I like the stock. I like the company. Or sorry, I'm sorry. I like the product. I like the company. I think the stock is expensive. So I said, you know what? I would be okay buying the stock at $90 per share. The stock was at 120 at the time. So, I mean, the trade has been hot and I mean, we're up like 90% on the trade. So basically I sold the puts for $90, collected $2,000 of premium right away. And then if the stock falls to 80, I'm buying it for 90. I'm okay with that because I like the company. Inside the stock pushes higher. I just made that $2,000, throw the cash back into the account, look for the next trade.
Yeah, and that's a great strat too, because if, like you said, you do it on stocks you like. So holding it and getting exercise on it, and just long-term holding it. Depending on what your purpose is, like you said, you love the stock. So I'm guessing that if you were assigned the shares, you wouldn't even care, and you just invest into the company itself. So
yes. All right, guys. Chen, I don't know if you can see the chat right now, but it's going crazy. I said whoever has the closest chat to us hitting 1,000 likes on the stream is getting the free Benzinga Pro account. We're at 988 right now. I'm watching it. And Chan, while I'm watching this thing, because I know the chat, ZingerNation is gonna be pissed if I don't pick the right person. So I'm watching this thing like a hawk. But while I'm watching it, tell us how users can find out more. How can they follow along with you, etc. We're at 992 likes. Come on, baby.
Please. I created the YouTube channel, The Financial Chance. That I think
there
that's
it goes. Sorry, I gotta stop you. All right.
Oh, 1K. There we go.
Marconius, you were the one. All right, this was
God.
a fun game. Marconius is the one. The email address is powerhour@benzinga.com. Again, that's powerhour@benzinga.com. All right, you guys love these free Benzinga Pros. All right, so then how about this? The options page. I'm going to put the options page into the chat again. Okay, whoever sends us feedback on this options page, Chan, I'm trying to make this like the best free public options page. It's not going to be as good as yours, but I'm trying to make it good for a free one. Whoever gives us the best piece of feedback as to how we can improve this trade, it gets a free Benzinga Pro 2. So Marconius, you're the winner.
Luke,
you get the Benzinga Pro. What's up, man?
Why can't you have Chan manage our options page, but him be the managing director? I know he has his own stuff too, but like let him be the consigliere or like the kingpin. He's the Benzinga options kingpin. I have to say, this was probably one of the most enjoyable interviews I've heard in a long time. I never understood how to do like covered calls or selling options on positions. And I'm probably one of the best equity traders in the world, given my returns. But my options trade, I'm probably one of the worst options trader in the world. So I would say like we should have Chan like face on the top corner of the page. He's the managing director. He takes it, he leads it. He gets some sort of fee for doing it, and we grow it together. This is honestly one of the best interviews you've done ever, Luke. I mean, I have to say.
And did you hear Chan's background, his story?
Yeah,
amazing.
You didn't do a great job on that part of it. I'll be honest. Everything else you kicked ass on in the interview, but you didn't do a great job on that. He says he was homeless. You skipped over that, and you asked about his policing. I want to know about the homeless part. I lived in my car for a period of time, Luke. So maybe you didn't want to go deep on the homeless, but other than that,
and Jason, your audio, by the way, just it's sort of crackly. Just as an FYI.
No, it's a very important FYI. Let's change that. Hold on. Crackly ruins everything.
But all right, Chan. Yeah, tell us that story.
Hold on. So did you hear? Is this better?
Yeah, it's good.
My God.
What?
It was good before.
What?
It was great. It was okay.
Okay, this is a million times better. Don't you agree?
I mean, it sounds perfectly fine right now too.
Yeah. So F off, Luke.
Okay, it's not just me. It's about ZingerNation. If you guys think Jason's audio sounds better now, hit 1. If you think it sounds the exact same, hit 2. It sounds a million times better.
Okay. All right. I know in the room that I'm in right now, there's a little bit of an echo. It's because we're doing construction here, and the construction is going to last for 8 million hours. All right, 8 million days.
Jason, look at all those ones.
Shut up, guys. Chan, how long were you homeless for?
It was like on and off. It wasn't exactly, well, my longest time of homelessness was probably a month. But it was I used to live in the story is because I used to live in a basement. When I came from Macau, when we came here, we spent all the money that we had, and then I ended up living in a basement. Somebody wanted to tell the DOB that there were people living in the basement. So every time the DOB would come and crack down on us.
What's the DOB?
The Department of Buildings.
Okay.
So we had to.
Most people don't know that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had to make it as if no one lived in the basement and get everything out, and then we would have to find a place to live. So sometimes friends will host us, sometimes we have a car, sometimes we go just stay awake. Staying awake was the best one, actually. But you stay awake until they got everything they needed to do, or go back, etc.
Got it. So did you ever live like in the night, like you had to sleep on the streets at all?
I did sleep in a car for quite some time. My car.
How long?
Approximately 2 months. That was when I was actually a cop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why were you living in your car when you were a cop?
Because my mortgage, I bought a house, which was the worst decision of my life when I was like 18. Before being a cop, I used to be a private investigator. So when I did that, I was able to pay for my mortgage. But when I took the job on as a cop, I wasn't able to pay, because cops don't get paid a lot. People think cops get paid a lot. They don't. And they deserve, a ton of respect for what they do for that pay. But I wasn't able to afford it. So I had to rent my room out and basically had nowhere to stay. So I was sleeping in my car most of the time. My girlfriend offered me to stay at her place, but as a man, you don't really want to, go there and sleep at her place.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
So that's your story on that. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people who are successful lived in a car. I'm actually finishing a book that I wrote about successful people, and the one commonality is they live in their car. Like Jim Cramer, Mad Money fame, lived in his car for 2 weeks. A gun was pulled on him, and I have stories like that. I've worked on this book like 7 years ago, and then I stopped, and then I brought it back out of the dust about 6 months ago.
That's awesome.
And the reason I got into it because I lived in my car for a couple weeks at one point.
It's not that bad though. And I said, I actually was on a podcast the other day, and I said I'll never go back. Like I would do it again because it builds a different character within you. So.
Yeah, no, I prefer it. I prefer it. I'd rather live in my car.
No, you definitely don't prefer it.
I know.
But
Just the way Chad said it, it's not that bad. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it builds character. I mean, Chad, did you have the stories when the cop cars would come up to you? I remember one of the nights I'm in a parking structure, and like the big light is pointing on the car, then I'm in a parking lot, and the guy wakes me up at 4 a.m. What are you doing here, sir?
You know
sleeping.
The worst part about being homeless is when you realize how much people hit your car while you're in the car. It would happen all the time. These people would hit your car, go back.
Well, that's because you're probably in New York. I was in Detroit.
York, yeah. You're in Michigan. You don't have that problem.
The most embarrassing thing that I had, Chan, happen. I was in the car. I was driving through a parking lot. It was during the 5 o'clock. It was at like nighttime. I mean, not nighttime, but when you're living in your car, you have everything in your car, and literally, I had like things hanging from like I don't know. My car had it looked like someone was living in there, and I'm driving through a parking lot, and who do I run into? My ex-girlfriend from high school. Oh my God, was that embarrassing? I didn't tell her I was in my car, but I don't know what. She doesn't remember because I brought it up to her recently. Now that I'm not living in my car, I thought it was okay to bring up. I'm like, do you remember that one time when you were with your new boyfriend, current husband, and I had my car? She's like, well, not really. I'm like, phew, but that day was, and my story was different. I was doing a startup. My parents said I need to get a real job. And so I said, F it. And I moved on out. So, well, Chan, what'd you say?
No, at the laundry part. Like whenever I drive a friend, they're like, "Why is all your stuff here?" And I was like, "I was doing laundry, because all my clothes would be like on the side in the bag, and they would just take it out as you go along."
Yep, I understand. All right, so can we have Chan come on again, Luke?
For sure. And check this one out. The Jay Towers in the chat. We got a lot of comments like these. Jay Towers in the chat said, "Just sold a covered call on UWMC after watching your HIMS trade. I love it. That's what ZingerNation is all about. We're trying to help each other out.
So Chan, I have a bunch of stocks that are up like 200 to 400%. Should I sell covered calls on them for some reason?
That's actually what I love to do because
that's what I heard you say. So I own let's say I own GAN, it's up 70%. And I own 2,000 shares of GAN at up 70%. Okay, what would I do?
Yeah, so that's what I love to do because you want to be positive on your position, or even before. But when you're positive, you don't have that risk there as much because you're just limiting your gains. In the case that it does go above your strike price, then you're gonna assign the shares. But if it doesn't, you're just collecting premium, and then it'll slowly climb up, etc. So whenever I sell it, I would want to make sure that a move happened already. So like PLTR recently, it jumped up 10%. I went a little further out from there and then sold the cover call for that. So then now today and the days prior, it came back down a little. So now you're up on your cover call and then you're still keeping your shares.
Okay, but so my GAN is at $30. So I go to 35 strike. What strike should I go to?
GAN, right? GAN LTD.
GAN, G is in go, A is in alpha, N is in Nancy. Oh, and by the way, we have two guests. In 2 minutes, they're going to come on, I believe. Kayla and Chris. And is that right, Luke? In 2 minutes?
Kayla and Chris in 2 minutes. And then, I can't turn down any opportunity to plug, guys. 2:30, Vivi, Biotech Queen, has a new stock for us. And then 3 o'clock, we're trying something new by popular demand. We are doing crypto. We're doing a 30-minute crypto trading session. I'll be there. I'll be hanging out with you guys. So stay tuned.
Hey, and Luke, I heard about your trade on Match.com and Bumble, but you don't even know my history in the online dating space. I'm like the best investor in the online dating space in the world. I mean, there are so many online dating sites 10 years ago. UDate, UDAT. I bought so many OTC dating sites. JDate was public. I made my most money in the stock market from Yahoo, which owned online dating at one point, from online dating. I'm an expert online dating investor. I would say I'm the foremost online dating expert investor. They should have, CNBC, the New York Times should have called me, and I can pull the proof up. And I don't say that often. So, all right. So I have the GAN one open. Chan, I'm on it. What do I do, dude? February, March.
I'm on it too. I see that your the recent all-time highs was at 31.35, and I think that might actually be that this is the all-time highs that you hit recently at 31.35.
Yes.
Me personally, I want to wait until it develops some sort of levels for you to look at, like a resistance or whatever. Stocks that are at all-time highs right now, you don't know where to base your strike off of. So I like to wait until some level comes out before you do it, because you want to make sure you're not taking.
Well, Jason, do you want the truth, or do you want him to just lie to you?
Yeah.
I wanted to make a trade live on the show. He's giving me a bunch of filler. This is like CNN.
I did one. You got to find another ticker.
Wait, you guys know? Are people buying Bumble stock right now and stuff?
Let's cut the Bumble real quick.
No, that's a big mistake, right?
Okay, so you're bearish on Bumble.
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
But when have you ever had a stock that only the girls can buy first? What?
Was that really something? That's impossible.
Chan, Bumble is about girls. Oh my God, I see Kayla's
women.
Girls.
Women.
Girls can buy this woman. I want to put Kayla live because she's reacting so big. I got to put her live. Kayla, what do you think of that?
I'm bummed I didn't get in on Bumble.
Because only girls can buy the stock first, because just like on the online dating virtual experience, they apply it to the stock market. And by the way, I'm stealing that joke from a guy in this chat room from 1205. Whoever said it, that's where I stole that from, Luke. I've been waiting to say it all day. So,
That's so good.
Good. I'm glad you held on to it for, 61 minutes.
I did. And I get credit. All right. So Chan, come back on when you can teach me how to sell a call on one of my stocks. Okay.
You got it. Have a great one.
All right. Thanks, man. Good catching up.
Bye-bye.
Options Kingpin. See you later.
Okay, bye.
All right. He's good. I like that guy. All right.
Yeah, Chan's the man.
Yeah. Chan's the man.
Yeah, Chan's a Benzinga API user. Do you know that?
Well, he's just good. I like him. Nice guy too. That's why I didn't interrupt your interview. So, I usually do. But I brought the next two guests on, Luke.
Yeah, and Luke, you traded Match. I was in Match in end of November, because I was like, the COVID stuff, when I live in Boston, all my friends were using it constantly.
For what? What were they using it for?
To me, it's like a wannabe bar. I'll be honest, it didn't work out too well, but
No?
they tried at least.
He needs a new friend group.
Yeah,
Can
right.
I-
I need
Can
to
I tell you guys? Can I tell you guys all a secret of the online dating space?
Oh, please do.
All right. So when I went in year 2000, I had an online textbook store. It was like pretty popular, and I sold a lot of textbooks, but the margins per book were like $8 or $12 or $14 after shipping and stuff. So I wasn't making that much money.
Yeah.
So I was a senior in college or junior. I'm like, what would guys pay for? People pay for with that you don't have to ship anything. So I started online dating sites, Motor City Singles, Chicago Jews, Michigan Indians, Los Angeles, whatever race and anything. I have 200 domain names of every ethnicity and city, big city. I have New York, whatever you can think of, I have the domains. And so, but here's the secret of online dating. Think about this. Whenever an online dating site is launched, why would anyone go to it? If you go to the site, there'll be no people on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a marketplace. It's like if you go into eBay or the new eBay and there's nothing on it, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
So I'm going to say to
Stay
you,
single.
Yeah,
stay
right.
single.
Yeah.
Stay single, but then Bumble and those things. So what I'm going to say to you
Wait,
guys,
Jason,
and
this is the best chat. Do you have farmers only?
no, I do not
That's
have
my
farmers
favorite
only.
one.
That's the $1 million idea right there.
That's the $1 million idea.
the one.
Getting
My-
proud on
Country
farmers
boys.
only.
Yeah, right.
My online dating thing morphed into pickysingles.com. You know, it's like too picky for, whatever. So,
Too picky for
but-
farmers.
but so every online dating site, I'm basically saying, I'm going to guess 10% of the profiles are fake or more.
Oh, wow.
Or more, probably more. So
Like legit fake or like catfish?
like
bots or
legit
cat-
fake.
Okay.
Legit fake, like Friend Finder, or there's like they say 30% of those were fake. They're bots. You can't. An online dating site is only as good as the network in it. So when you first start sites, they all have fake and I know this because I talked to the executives of these guys because like it's that whole marketplace. How do you get your first 1,000 people? Now some of these sites, there's some of these ones you have to apply to be in it. Those are more legit because you don't see the marketplace until you're logged in.
Yeah, I know.
Once you have that marketplace, then you're good. Like J-Date did a good job because they had the marketplace. And
Jason, we got to get you on Raya. Do you know about Raya?
that's the one that you have to apply to, like that you're Ivy League guy.
That's the one that you need. Yeah, you got to apply to it. You need a friend to invite you. It's like a clubhouse for dating.
So I should get on there and not tell my wife about it.
No.
No, you should tell her, but still get on.
Yeah.
Hey, babe,
No,
just
I mean-
looking around.
Yeah, no, it's good. You never know what else you can bring to the yard. You know,
Education. It's for your farmers only. It's education.
Mhm.
Yeah, research.
But how did everyone find out that I'm an investor in OnlyFans today? Like I'm getting so many messages today. As Brian Penny just mentioned it, OnlyFans gets a lot of bad vibes because a lot of sexual, but there's a lot of conservative stuff too. You'll see stock market stuff's on there. You know,
I mean, I'm building an OnlyFans for the stock market too. Maybe you should invest in us. You can get that tie it up a bit.
That's true.
I actually got like 5 of those sent to me. Only chairs, only investing.
Yeah, that's that trending thing on Ticker. It's like your startup, if you want to be $1 million idea, it's OnlyFans for blank.
Yep, you're right. That's what they used to do. Uber for blank, Uber for this, delivery for this. All right, I feel like I'm taking up too much time. So what's going on in your lives? Luke, should I disappear or what should I do?
No, hang out.
I mean, Jason, it sounds like if you're in the OnlyFans for finance, we might have a conversation aside from this. What I'm building is essentially.
I'm not an OnlyFans for finance. I'm an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
goodness.
All right, I'm in OnlyFans for finance, Chris. What is it that you're working on? Because I do want to hear.
all right, Luke. Then, so what we're
I'm
building.
not saying I wouldn't want to hear. I'm just saying I'm an OnlyFans. Okay.
True. All right, Luke, what we're building is we're building a social trading stock app, a broker agnostic one, where you can connect your portfolio and you can follow the trades in, portfolios, do whatever of friends, families, and influencers all in real time. It's essentially building a social hub for the retail trader, and it's an index and a platform for retail traders to A, learn from each other, but also B, have some more fun trading. I mean, like Luke, you come on the show and or you host the show and you give out stock picks and everything. it'd be pretty cool to get a real-time alert of when you do it instead of having to watch all day or
we want them to watch all day.
you don't want them to watch all day.
But when I'm at
And
work,
producer
and
Rohan, can I get a
can't-
charger? Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Kayla, exactly. When you're at work,
Yeah.
how do you do it?
I'm at work. I'm like, okay, I can't watch the channel live all day, even though I want to. Obviously, Luke, I want to be watching.
We got the
this
replays
all day
Yeah,
long.
you know.
But if I want that real time alert too, it pops up on my phone, so it's not the worst deal. I get the best of
Exactly.
both worlds.
Yeah.
I can watch you guys after I get off work and
And
pop
then,
up
but and then you
notifications
get
on Iris.
the real-time trade alerts of when Luke makes a trade, or if Jason comes
Sure.
on and puts his portfolio on and puts it behind a paywall. I would gladly pay $5 to follow what people that actually know what they're doing better compared to me. I would want that information, and that's essentially what we're building. We're building a social hub for the everyday retail investor to A, collaborate on ideas, B, follow the trades and portfolios of each other, and then C, learn from real smart money traders as well.
All right, so
you-
Jason wouldn't do well on the platform selling his portfolio, but
Mm-hmm.
what tickers have been hot? Like what have been some popular tickers?
Luke, if you want to have a stock contest to me starting tomorrow, I'll put up my house against your whatever. Okay, Luke.
You're
I will not
against
lose.
against my Dow 100,000 hat. That's my most prized.
I will
possession.
not
that's-
lose. In fact, any person that in the room wants to go against me on a stock contest, not using options, just using equities, because my options trading is piss poor, I will take on anyone. And that's it. But wait, I do have a question. What were you doing before this, Chris?
So I started my own. I'm a finance major, so I've been investing for a while. I've been using Robinhood forever.
Finance major where?
I went to Villanova
Oh my
University.
God. Oh my God. So you won like the national championship.
I was at both of them. Yeah, I graduated in 18.
You mofo. 1 year I switched at the last second and I didn't. I would have won my pool. I beat you in the final two.
I won
Yeah,
some money, and I was on campus for one, and I was in San Antonio for the second one. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I was there.
Awesome.
I was there. I'm giving you the middle finger right now.
Where are
because-
you?
Did you beat Michigan that year?
I think we did. Yeah.
Yes, I was there. I was at the game when you beat Michigan.
I was
there with
sitting in the
my son.
nosebleeds. We could have hung out.
Oh, I was sitting not in the nosebleeds. I was like 4 rows behind the bench.
Yeah,
six rows.
we
But I
went to
snuck a
Howlett's
little
Moon right after. I don't know. That was in the Michigan bar was right next to it.
Yes. Yeah, we saw each other. You're the guy that pushed me. You were drunk and your beer spilled on my son. He's like
I'm
8
sorry,
years
my
old.
team won. I had to celebrate. I did
He
it for
still
no
remembers. My son Josh, if he was here right now, he remembers that beer you spilled on him.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll apologize. You get the next one. I'll do the next one. But
By the way, people get mad that I swear sometimes. I honestly don't think swear words are swear words. Some words you should never say, but they're just words in the vocabulary that at one point in life we decided they're swear words. If we didn't decide that, like I don't want my kids saying it at school, but if somehow in society we didn't say the F word was a bad word, that F word can be used in so many instances for so many different things. I don't think swear words should be swear words. So Mr. Peace, who said, "Oh my God, I watch my mouth grow up," I disagree. I think you've been like anesthetized to the society that these certain words are swear words. That's just my piece.
just
All right, so Chris,
Surprise, motherfucker.
thank you, Luke. Thank you, Luke. that was great. Okay, Chris, I'll shut up. Keep going.
yeah, but Luke, I think you asked me what I was doing before this.
I did.
Oh, you did. I was a finance major and I worked in New York for a year. I started a business in college, and I was able to make enough money that I could quit my full-time job, traveled around a little bit, and then came back here. COVID hit and it kind of disrupted my old business. And I found a friend on LinkedIn. He was building this app called Iris, and I reached out to him and I was like, "Do you need a brand person, a user growth guy?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I joined. It was me and him. We co-founded it. We launched it in September, and we're up to 25, 30,000 users after a couple months. We have partnerships with everyone. And the crazy thing is how I met Kayla initially was I saw her shopping TikTok video, and I was like, "This is
What? You saw what?
Have you seen her shopping TikTok video?"
No.
Oh, Kayla, you want to tell them about it?
No, can you just reenact it?
Well, I think I could reenact the bull and the bear one for you guys
True.
quite fine. But the shopping TikTok was basically saying that if you're buying a call option, it's like calling up your friend at Ulta Beauty and putting something on hold. And if you decide that the price goes up, you can walk in, buy it for the price that you had, put it on hold for yesterday, and sell it on your way out. So
Nice. Okay, that's an
Yeah.
awesome analogy.
Kayla.
Great.
Yeah.
Right? And
What's your TikTok name?
girls talk stocks.
I was typing in Kayla.
Or you could also type in Robinhood Kid, which is what I also go by.
But I found Kayla at what, like 4,000, 5,000 users. And I originally reached out to you to see if you wanted to work with us. It's like, hey, you know, we're at 10,000 users. I would love to see if you want to bring your community on the app and also help us do it. And then I email a week later and she's like, yeah, I 70,000 followers. I'm on this and I'm that. And I'm like, oh God, yeah, you're influencer status overnight.
Yeah, he's like, we're looking, you know, for some faces. I was like, I'm not here to be an influencer. That's not my thing. This is not what I'm here for. And then he messaged me. I'm like, I hit 50,000 last night. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening.
Oops.
It's people want to connect and people want to relate to the people trading. But also Kayla she's brilliant in the sense that she took you don't have an experience in it, right? Like you haven't been trading forever. You know it, but.
Right. Yeah. I started trading in November. I started learning about trading in November. So, you know, to be able to have, come January, what we were talking about with Iris is to be able to watch my trades, to be able to follow my own portfolio, to have other people. And I mean, even like the fun little graphics that you guys have, but I think being able to, when the group of girls that I chat with and the followers that I have, and they ask like, hey, what are we investing in? What can we do? Can we start a group chat? Can we do this? And I'm like, do you know how many apps I have to go to connect with all these? I'm like on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Discord, I'll jump on Clubhouse, like the amount of apps just to talk about stocks. And so when Chris and Brian reached out, I was like, oh, one app that does it all? Sure. Yeah, that makes my life a lot easier. And all of us can communicate. So it's fun for me as a user. And fun for my community to be able to touch base on that and to connect on that and share our portfolios and trades and whatnot.
So I'm going to ask you guys, what are some of the most popular tickers that you see flow through the platform, or what are like some of the trades that you guys have posted about that have been especially popular with the crowd?
Yeah, Luke, it's crazy. We can see, so we have a couple thousand portfolios already connected, and we were trading GameStop and AMC literally back in September, October. So we could see the ebbs and flows of, even with this whole fall, there was, I think, like $6 million made in our platform that we could track on GameStop and whatnot.
That's awesome.
Which is great, but a lot of people still get burned. I bought at 320, and then Robinhood said no more, and I lost. But you live and you learn.
Did you get in that day, that Robinhood day?
The day before the Robinhood day, that Wednesday, you know.
If anybody out there in ZingerNation got in that same day, hit the one. I gotta throw that one out there.
But I learned though, so but to answer your question, you know, GameStop, a lot of the ones that are popular on Reddit and popular across the board are the ones that we see. But you know, Tesla's always been the most bought on our platform. SNDL obviously this week, but it's encouraging to see that everyone who got burned on the GameStop stuff, they didn't make the second, they didn't, you know, repeat that with SNDL. A lot of us, we bought 3 days ago and then we sold yesterday and this morning. And then on top of that, I actually put in a post this morning saying, you know, the puts look pretty cheap. Why not load up on some 15-cent puts and see if anything will change? And it tanked. But it all was we all could do it through being social. And we could do it by tracking each other's portfolios. And that's the beauty of it. Kayla, I don't know what on TikTok has been trending.
CCIV.
Yeah.
CCIV.
Yeah, that's
Lucid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the top one that I see. And actually, whenever I go live, it's like, SNDL and then, CCIV. It's like, what are your thoughts on these? What are your thoughts on these? I'm like, that and then.
Do you have an opinion on them?
No, Chris, do you?
Not on CCIV, SNDL, I think that's an administration play. They just bought it because of the Biden administration, but CCIV, I think it's just been hyped because of Tesla. I bought CCIV. Yeah. I don't love CCIV, but I like the Chamath ones more. But
like SoFi, is that the?
Yeah, SoFi I think is going to be game changing because they have that social element of a public and of a Robinhood, but they also have a little bit of a wealth front betterment type of vibe with loans and whatnot. And I don't know if Robinhood's going to go public right now, but I think that space is hot.
Have you used SoFi?
I have not. I'm a Robinhood from the beginning, and I don't blame them for what happened last week. I think they got blamed because it was easy and it was funny, but I don't think it was their fault. And I don't think I'm ever going to switch. I love Robinhood. I think it's like an iPhone to me. Like I grew up with it.
I hear you. Yeah. I'm a fintechy, so I use every single one of these apps. SoFi has a decent amount of work to do to get it to be a little more user friendly.
But I like that Public Plug. The good friends of Benzinga over at Public. They have a really cool experience. If you guys are looking for brokerage and haven't checked that one out, check out Public. It's
they got to get options.
There you go. And tell them that they need options.
I think they think we're competitors with them, but
You're not
I mean, I don't really
account.
see that.
All right, and we talked about CCIV for a minute. I've got a hot take on this one.
Chris, you're going to find there's 20 people doing what you're doing, 20 people doing what Public's doing. In the financial space, there are so many players. And what you'll find is there's so much market out there. Public, Public would say Robinhood maybe, or Webull. I mean, you're not brokerage per se per trade. There's so many different players out there doing so many different things that if you just keep taking care of your customer, you'll win. That's the way I look at it.
We had a meeting yesterday with we had 50 of them on our call, and we were like trying to discuss how to go about, like the verified idea, because everyone wants to. I had a couple of people Venmo me for this verified check.
No.
So why they Venmo you money that verified? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you want to get on? I can verify. Kayla and I were verified because I mean, I don't think I should be verified. Kayla should be verified, but not me. But you two would be in that status. We can get you that coveted blue. That blue.
Coveted blue. Love it.
But Luke, you were saying about CCIV?
Yeah, I get asked about this one a lot, and I have the unpopular opinion, which is that I think the risk reward is off in this stock at $32, $34, whatever it's at right now. In that the language seems to imply that the deal is still likely going to happen, but it's a long way out. If that deal doesn't happen, I mean, this stock plummets overnight. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's already run from 10 to 34 or whatever it's at right now. I mean, how much higher could it go if a deal gets confirmed? Will it probably go higher? Yes, it'll probably go higher. But you're exposing yourself to some time decay while they try to work out the details. Plus, if that deal doesn't go through, you're going to get smoked on it. So that's my opinion on the CCIV trade.
What's your take on the sports betting industry? Because my biggest. I'm bullish on Penn and DraftKings mostly, but I've been seeing these other ones, Skills, because I don't understand how these states aren't going to legalize it in the next 5 years for the tax revenue. And it's only 4 states now. Like, what's your take on that stuff?
Jason's the expert here.
Yeah, do you like Penn?
I like Penn. I own a lot of Penn. I've owned it for a long time, I like a lot of those players. I like the thing behind the thing. So I'm an investor in GAN. I'm also an investor in Scientific Games. So GAN I've been buying since 26 down to 16. Now it's at like 30. Scientific Games, SGMS, they enable a lot of the betting and they take a little riff on the thing. But I like Penn because they have a lot of the licenses in individual states. You're going to see they're going to launch 4 more states relatively soon. Yeah. That's not inside info, but
distribution too. I think that the name of the game these days, and I'm sure Kayla can talk about this, is whatever brand you're doing, if it's a consumer facing, you need distribution. The only way to do distribution is social channels. And then the social channels are run by the influencers. Like Kayla, you probably get hit up every day by a different app or company that wants to advertise because, that's why it's so valuable. And I think Penn is important with that because they have distribution already built out and they don't have to go after the influencers to do it. They have the Dave Portnoy did.
But you heard he was retiring, didn't you?
I what?
You heard he was retiring, right?
Yeah. Then that stock will plummet. Who do you think is more important to their stock, Elon to Tesla or Portnoy to Penn?
That's a great question, man.
That is a good one. All right,
that is an article.
Yeah, put it on a Twitter survey. That's a great one.
Aren't you guys hiring writers? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
Yeah, you could be a writer. That's a great question, man. No, we just had Dave Portnoy in Michigan the past few weeks. Hung out a few times. Yeah. Luke, when you watch him on video, look what watch he's wearing. Okay, Luke. He may be wearing a Shinola watch. That's a Detroit brand.
Best message of all time on the back. But guys, I have some sad or maybe some happy news, but I do have to bounce.
Sounds good.
I'm leaving you guys to it. Got to go hustle up some money.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Happy trading, everyone. I will see you back at it
So-
tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to be back at 3:00 doing crypto
All right.
trading.
Will you guys come on and give us more updates on Iris?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing that's crazy about Iris is the bigger we grow, the more valuable the platform becomes. I'm a huge believer in. Yeah, I don't know where. I think Kayla, we lost her.
Because we were going. She thought it was like goodbye. Luke
Luke
doesn't know how to exit out
yes.
properly. He's a rookie at that shit, but it's all right.
Yeah. Then we can have the idea of the retail trader versus the hedge fund, the David versus Goliath story. I think that the retail trader needs a platform and needs a voice to stand up to some of this stuff. I think everyone's on the same side here, and like I was saying, the bigger Iris becomes, the more diverse and knowledge-based we all become. For example, we talked about Penn. When Penn fell to $4, I went right to my dad and I was like, Dad, you got to put 50 grand into Penn at $4. Don't listen to what anyone says. That stock will not, if they go bankrupt, they go bankrupt. But that stock will fly. And I only knew that because I could see.
Did you do it?
No, he didn't. He didn't do it.
Well, at the time, even Jim Cramer, who loves Penn, said there's bankruptcy risk.
But
so it wasn't as easy of a
trade.
Yeah.
But another example though is like CRISPR Therapeutics. There's been people in our community that have been that's the wrong word, have been mentioning CRISPR because they work as a pharmacist or a technician in the labs, and they're like, this is what everyone uses. You wouldn't necessarily know that unless you're actually consuming it. The retail investors, we're becoming more and more important because we now not only consume the products, but now we're also buying the products as well. And that's where I think there's value in a social trading platform, because now we're a double-edged sword.
I agree. So come on for more updates, man. Come on in the future, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having you on, Chris from Iris.finance. All right, man. Thank you. Have a good rest of your Thursday.
Chris from Iris Finance in the App Store.
All right. Peace out.
Have a good one, guys.
Yep, you too, man. Thank you. Oh, I just removed myself. What the heck was that? There we go. All right, guys. Are you guys still with me? We had some good guests, great guests, awesome show, huge day of shows, biotech coming up, new guests, just awesome stuff. Anyway, do you guys see I have a different background today? Yeah, I stayed home. Remember, I was just like angry at things, and you guys were like, Jason, you got to get, you seem angry, you seem frustrated. I was. And so I decided to stay home and talk about things and get it out. So I'm actually glad Luke is gone right now. I'm glad Spencer's gone. I'm glad Rohan's gone. It's just me and you. And let's talk, because yesterday I was just super frustrated. Our Twitter links weren't working. I can't even log into our Instagram account right now. So I just needed a breather. And I find I get my best breather talking to you guys. Are any of you guys in MindMed, MMEDF? This morning they had news, but it's our Benzinga Pro. It's OTC stock, so we mainly just cover NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange. I found out we didn't have enough capacity to cover some of the OTC stocks. So what that means is we need another news desk person. On the news desk, you watch some of the wires. Wires are like press release services, tweets, and then you populate our feed so that our traders that are subscribing can be alerted to it first. Okay, the same thing that Reuters does or what have you. We need one more person for that, or maybe two. So if you think that you like watching the markets and you can report on it for our users, send an email to powerhour@benzinga.com with 3 bullet points on how much you love the markets and why you'd be good for the news desk. I was really frustrated we missed this item this morning. Then I see a lot of you guys are talking about UWMC in here. Is that correct? Yeah. Snap, Crackle, Pop has probably made over $100,000 using Benzinga and using like he saw it or she saw MMEDF when we had him on the small cap conference, FUV on the small cap conference, like 4 others. MVIS. I love Luke said he wasn't familiar with it. They presented at the small cap conference. If you bought every stock at that small cap conference, you're up 400%. Then I want to talk psychedelic plays with you guys. We need to talk psychedelic plays. We're going to do that in about 4 minutes. But I want to show you this. Don't show anyone. Wait. Can you see? Those are my plays. Every day. See my plays? Because I was missing some of my plays, my setups. Got them right here on my arm. So now I can make my trades right there. I've been trimming some shares. I've been trimming some shares of stock, guys. I was at 294,000 in margin this past Friday, maybe 304 actually, around there. I am now $204,000 in margin. I have trimmed a lot of stock in a lot of areas. Some of the stocks that I have not trimmed as much, I own a company like Work, Slack. It's being bought out by Salesforce, but I want some of the Salesforce shares, so I'm hanging on to it. Luke also told you I have a new stock. I have a new stock. I will give it to you when we get another 50 likes. I have a new stock. This is Jason Brady. No, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about this, okay? In this trading account, I don't know what else I have to do, but Upwork, guys, you guys keep selling too early. It's at $58. It's going to hit 60. What do I have to tell you guys? I mean, I bought 1,000 shares of it all the way down to $15 or $17, $18. I sold 200 shares of it. Fine. I sold 200 shares at 53. You're right. I did sell 200 shares. Okay. Sold a little bit. Okay. Scott Sundin, you're hired. If you want to write about the solar industry and you can write short little articles, like go to benzinga.com/electric space vehicles or /EV and look at that content. Can you write similar content? Join our EV team. Brent Sunderman, join the EV team. If you think you can join it, follow Aaron Bry's instructions. For any person we hire from a referral, it's $500 cash. iOS developer, whatever. Okay, so now we're going to talk psychedelics. Right now, if you're not here with me, we're talking psychedelics, you're going to miss out. You're going to find another trade here. I promise you guys. That's what I do. I make money for people. If I don't, then it's not worth me being here. For real. Okay, so we're looking at Numinous Wellness, LKYSF. That is what we're looking at. It is a pink sheet, but it has a decent market cap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call the company. Okay, I need a phone number. I'm going to try to call the company, get them live on the show right now. Aaron, did you get what's his name on the show that Luke asked earlier? That company, Sundial, did you reach out? Sean Cruz, what? I really do what? Make money for people? Yes. That's what I'm here for. That's it. I would like you guys to be a member of Benzinga Pro. I keep trying to make it better for you guys and take it, but let's get this Numinous on the show right now. Hold on. Multi-year performance payroll payout of $800,000 in Numinous shares. Who's getting that? Numinous bought complete transaction, $500,000 in cash on closing. So Numinous bought Mindspace Wellbeing by Dr. Joe Flanders. So now I'm going to look up Dr. Joe Flanders because we're giving him a lot of money. So I'm in Benzinga Pro right now. I'm not sharing my screen because I'm not sharing my screen. That's it. I'm just not. I just don't feel like pressing that button. I'm lazy. What am I tell you? I am researching this Numinous right now. It has 4,000 members to its podcast. They bought Mindspace, 800,000, 300,000, 100,000 shares, 500,000. So it's a small transaction, not a large one. So let's get Numinous on the phone. I'm on their website. Hold on. I'll share my screen. Okay, I see it, Caesar. You want me to share the screen? Caesar, if you want us to sell swag, why do you guys refuse to let me wear the swag? I don't get that. Just let me wear the swag. I don't know. Okay. There we go. My med truff. Okay. Mark Lavoie, we'll deal with you in 1 second. Okay, buddy? All right. We need a psychedelics watch list. I got you. But we want to call Numinous to see if this is something that you guys should own. Can we get a phone number on this? I need a phone number. I got a phone number. Okay. There it is. Now, who is the team? We're going to call the CEO right now. We are in this for the long run. Peyton. All right. Okay, I'm going to call Peyton, or I'm going to call Do you guys want me to call Numinous live on the show? Can someone say yes or no? Ones or twos? What kind of teacher are you? Who said that? I need to see the team. They got a Stacy Wallen. Maybe I know her. Let's see. Nope, I don't know her. Okay, who else is on this team? Dr. John Fong. All right. I'm just going to call the CEO. All right, hold on. Even if you guys are bored, I would like to play some music, but I'm just not even going to try. I don't have a soundboard. I don't have this. I'm going to stop complaining, and I'm just going to do stuff. That's why I'm at home. I just don't want to be all right, I'm calling Numinous, guys. All right, 1-833. Come on. 686-4687. No, okay. I got to remember who I'm calling. I forgot the CEO's name. All right, Peyton. All right, here we go. Can we see your
Thank you for calling Numinous. Please leave a message and we'll return your call as soon as possible.
Voice. Hey, this is Jason Raznick. I was looking for Peyton. I guess I missed you. I'm from Benzinga. We host the Benzinga Power Hour. A lot of the users, investors want us to interview you guys. We've had MindMed on before, Kevin O'Leary and the CEO. So I got your voicemail. If you can get a chance, give me a call back at 248-766-0000. It's again, 248-766-0000. Just want to ask questions about the company, future, all good stuff. We're, just trying to find out more about some psychedelic investments. All right. Thank you so much. Again, it's Jason Raznick from Benzinga, Benzinga. Thanks. Bye-bye. Elite Trader wrote name drop, whatever the fuck that means. Okay. Should I put Elite Trader in timeout, guys? What do you think? Should he get a penalty? Remember we put, a 2-minute major or 5-minute, 2-minute minor or 5-minute major. What do you guys think? I'll give it to him. Okay. All right. So we got to call. We're going to do the watch list right now for the psychedelics. Okay. Let's get this thing going. We need some music in the background. All right. If you can guess the song that I'm going to play next, you win $1,000 from me right now. Name songs real quick. I'm going to play it. Here we go. No answer. Okay. It's coming on. All right. Refined Warrior. You always say you're going to come on the show. Can you come on the show right now, Refined Warrior? Refined Warrior, can you come on the show? Or can you reach out for other psychedelic executives? All right, so let's go to other watch lists. How do I do that? Up here. I want to create a new watch list here. All right. How do you spell psychedelics? I don't even know how to spell that. You guys ready? Who wants to come on the show live with me right now as I'm doing this? I need to put. We're going to call a couple more psychedelic CEOs in a second. I just need to know how to spell psychedelics. Clove is under SEC investigation. I don't own Clove. You guys all pressured me into Clove. I owned it for like 2 days and then I got out because I didn't understand the story. But I've been to Clove headquarters. Can someone tell me? Can someone type in psychedelics into the chat so I can spell it right? I don't want to go to Google. I need help on the psychedelic spelling. Someone type in psychedelics in the chat. No, Rick, you can have some music on in the background, but you can talk over it sometimes. I'll lower it if that okay. I lowered it. Thanks, Rick. CHEDEL It's EDEL. All right. I got Peyton's direct line. He just reached out. We're going to call Peyton back in a second. All right. Type in the psychedelics I need to add to the list, guys. MMEDF. LK. YSF. What else do we got? Come on, hurry up. Okay, Henry, if you've taken psychedelics, can you please come on the show right now? Rough. SNDL is not psychedelic, I don't think. You would know who Resigned Warrior is if she came on the show, but she's so scared. She's scared. So CNTTQ is? Hey, what up, young investor? How are you, man? Don't get down on your stock. I know it's taken a beating the last couple days. SHRMF. All right, here we go. So OGI, what is that? All right, so here are my psychedelics. Now, I don't need the weeds. I need to Refined Warrior. You can't be defended. If you don't come on the show, we can't, you just come on the show. You can come on right now. I'll give you a link. You can come on right now. And then you can be defended. Defend yourself. I think you're being ignored. Who, Eric? All right. No, I'm going to call that guy in a second. Just give me a second. All right. That's my last stock I'm putting in here. Aaron, please don't put the symbols in the bottom right now. I got to do something with the team. Okay, here we go. Got to do this. We got to change this. I don't want the symbols in the car. Get that symbol off. I want to get a full screen. Why is there this blue background? I want a full screen. I don't want my face. I want the screen. Oh, my God. I kill someone. I want the full screen of Benzinga Pro. What is this shit behind it? Remove this. Oh, why? Okay. Aaron Bree, why is my screen not being the full screen? The ticker stuff. Can anyone tell me that? I don't understand. All right. There's some technical thing going on here that I don't understand. Okay, guys. And it's pissing me off. But all right. It is what it is. They're trying. I can see they're trying to make my thing the full screen. No, that's me doing that. They're not doing anything. It's me. I am taking it easy. I stayed home today because I'm taking it easy. The ticker window is a different aspect. Okay. So it's me. I'm the one who's wrong on this. All right. Egg on my face. I'm going to go get an egg and crack it on my forehead. It was me. I made a mistake. Okay. So I'm going to go get an egg right now. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to crack it on my head. Can you guys wait, or should I call this next CEO? What do you guys want me to do? Want me to crack the egg on my forehead live, or do you want me to call the next CEO? You guys choose. Crack an egg on my forehead live for 1, or 2, call the next CEO. I made a mistake. It was me screwing up the screen, not Aaron Bree. What do you guys want me to do? Call or crack an egg? Because I fucked up. Egg, we got 1 vote for egg. I'll do whatever you guys say because I fucked up. It was no one else's fault except mine. That's the thing. You got to own it when you make mistakes. I made a mistake. No one else did. Just me. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of people for calls. All right, we're going to do the call. Oh, we got 2 calls. All right, we got 2 eggs. I'll go get the egg and crack the egg on my head. Because when you make a mistake, you got to own it. I made a mistake. All right, so one thing I'm going to do here, guys, in Benzinga Pro, I'm going to zoom in, and this thing is so valuable for the notes, okay? So I'm going to write, what the hell? Okay, guys, I can't continue. So hold on. I got to call our developer. I can't type in my notes in. Zaid Nikshaka. I don't have his phone number. All right, hold on, guys. We're going to call Zaid in a second. Oh, my God. Yep, we're calling Zaid. That's why you guys want to use Pro, because see how frustrated I get, and I'm sure you guys do too, but I'm not going to give up there for you guys. I'm going to do whatever I can to find out everything for you guys. No, I don't want it. Where's his phone number? I want his phone number. What is your phone number? 1 second. 1 second, team. All right, here we go, guys. We're calling Zaid. You guys are going to hear the behind. This is not a train idea. We're going to call the CO after this, but I can't do this without this working. I'm sorry, guys. But you're going to hear the behind the scenes at a company right now. If you want to log off right now because you're bored, I understand. Hey, Zaid.
Hey, what's up?
So did you last night you said you were going to put the word wrap on the notes column?
Yep.
Did that happen?
It's in QA right now. Waiting for Hamza to say okay on it, and then we ship it.
You said it was going to be shipped last night. You said
well, you said it doesn't matter, so I'm like, okay, if that's the process, we're gonna like go through the actual process.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me that. So, are you at your computer?
What is it?
Are you at your computer right now, by any chance?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Can you go to YouTube
Okay.
and then pull up the Benzinga live show?
Okay.
You're on the live show right now
Oh, that's cool.
with my with ZingerNation. You're live, and I'm trying to do something, and we're having some struggles.
Let's do it.
All right. Do you see the screen?
So get into it.
All right. When you're there, tell me.
Cool. Hello.
I'm here.
I'm there. Yep, I'm here.
Do you see the notes column?
Yep.
Because I'm trying to put notes in. I go put my note in, it goes away.
Where are you? Oh, there you go. There's a delay. Okay. Okay.
I'm zoomed in. If I go to 110%, goes away. What's going on?
Okay. Yeah.
Yesterday it worked for me, and today it doesn't. Why is that?
Okay. We made an update yesterday that might have caused an issue.
What kind of update?
It was an optimization update to the grid, so that like for calendars for it to actually load faster and stuff like that. Because if you notice, calendars is so much faster now. It uses the same grid that the watch list uses. But
I know, but
I guess
hold on.
something happened there.
Hold on. The calendars were a lot faster as of like a couple of weeks ago. So why are they making it
But
again?
we're still working on them.
I know, but we got to move on and get to other things and not just like for example, the advanced news feed was supposed to be out like a couple months ago. It's still not live. So like, why are we working on this? And then the notes, which worked great last night, except for the word wrap, now don't work. And so my question is, if we're keep making these changes and we don't know, like I was doing a demonstration because there's like 62 people that were going to try Benzinga Pro, and they wanted to see how the notes worked. So I literally was doing a live demonstration right now with everyone.
Yep.
And they don't work.
So here's a cool thing you could do instead. So the other place you can access notes, just in case you didn't know, is in the details view.
Yes.
So if you go to the details view, that's the other place you can access note as a workaround. And so
No, hold on. That's true.
I can
Hold on.
this change back. Sorry.
Hold on. That's true. But then I'd have to remember. Now, the other place, Zaid, if you mouse over, you can access notes right here on here. Look what I'm doing. You see that?
Yep. I added that.
I know, because John G gave you that idea, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't remember. I think we've had a lot of discussions over it. Yeah. Let's just say
So to get around for that thing to fix there is to just do the mouse over, not to go to the details page. But then I can't even show. So all right. So now I put my note in. Let's see what happens. Okay, I put add, and then I'm here, and the notes column isn't populating. You'll see on your delayed YouTube feed. Do you see?
Yep.
Do you see how, I mean, YouTube's delayed. So, on the right side, the notes are supposed to show.
Yeah.
You guys got to figure out how to get way more clarity on if something that you changed, fucks up something else.
Yeah.
And
and
then one more thing, on where it says price change and all that stuff, you can move those things and there's filters and all that, you know about that? on the top of the columns.
Yeah.
Top of the columns.
Yep. You're moving the columns around. Yeah.
Yep. It's hard to tell, Zaid, if there's lines there. Is there a way to make those lines clear, like be like white in between or something, so you know where the line is?
Oh, you mean like a border?
Yes, a border on the column header. Is there a way to do that, man?
Yeah, we could probably. I can look into it. Yeah.
Just like a little line to know where to put your mouse to move it. You know what I'm saying? See?
Yep.
All right. So the notes thing, I did add the notes in, guys. They're not showing yet, but the note is showing right there. Calling the CEO today on NewMeds. MindMed's there, so you can put the note in. Although it says latest note, I thought I just put in MindMed. It was on small cap conference. Why is it not saving? All right, add. Is it not showing? Now it's showing. All right, so just look into that, Zaid, and try to figure out ways to figure out what the changes are. All right, we're calling the CEO. So Zaid, thank you for appearing. Guys, Zaid is a front end guy for Benzinga Pro that you're on right now. And if you're not using Benzinga Pro, he says, "What's up?" Say hi, Zaid.
Hey guys, hi everybody.
Yeah.
Please let me know if you have any more issues like this. We're working on them. I promise.
Yep. Little things can, make a huge difference. And the inches are all right there. So, and that little thing that we just showed you how to enter the note with the mouse over may seem not important, but hugely awesome. So, all right, Zaid, go do your thing. And they're saying, yo, Zaid. Thanks, Zaid. What up, Zaid? Keep him on the toes. Mouse or arrow. I don't know what he's saying, mouse or arrow. But guys, what's your email address, Zaid, if anyone has any feedback?
My email is zaid, ZAID@benzinga.com.
Okay, yeah. So ZAID@benzinga.com. Janet Lowe, you better be sending Zaid some emails. Janet Lowe has great feedback. So yeah. Bring it on. Alan Thomas, if you can help with those issues, send an email at powerhour@benzinga.com. We'll hire you yesterday. Sean Keen wrote, Zaid, I feel that Benzinga Pro may be too awesome for me.
Well, look forward to more awesomeness coming soon.
Yes, lots of stuff. We've hired like 7 developers in the last month. So, all right, Zaid, I got to call the CEO of this one company to see if he'll talk to me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Thanks, Zaid. Thanks for being so available. I appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Yep. Have a good day. Hope you had fun last night. Bye-bye. All right, guys, we're going to call the CEO of NewMeds now, the one that I told you guys about a minute ago. We're going to call him right now and see if he wants to talk on the air. If he doesn't, then I don't know what to tell you. That's, we'll get him another time, but just hold on. Let me save Zaid's phone number in my phone. I just got the CEO of NewMeds in my phone. Hold on. I'll mute you guys for a minute when I call. All right. So Aaron's coming through. All right, guys, I'm going to mute you guys for a second. Don't leave. I'm making a call. Here we go. This is CEO of NewMeds. Stock symbol, and I'll LKYSF. I'm just going to mute you guys for a second.
Hi, you've reached Peyton Nyquist. Okay. Press pound for more options.
Hey, Peyton, hope you're having a good day. I called the main line, but it's probably the wrong line. This is Jason Raznick with Benzinga. Just reaching out to see if you're ever able to come on one of our shows on Benzinga. You can Google us and look up the Power Hour. We've had like MindMed on. A lot of our listeners are requesting for us to reach out to you guys. Usually I have a producer reach out, but one of our audience members said, here's Peyton's phone number. So I just reached out myself. Again, this is Jason Raznick at benzinga.com, or my email is jason@benzinga.com. Phone number is 248-766-0000. We have had CEOs of other psychedelics and cannabis to, Akerna, Jessica Billingsley on our show, and et cetera. So love to have you on in the next few days. Let us know when's a good time. And thank you again. And I know, yep, and that's about it. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Yeah, I know we weren't muted. I turned the mute off when it was his voicemail. So when it was his voicemail, I turned the mute off. But I think I'm heading off because you guys have a way better show coming up than me. This is, Spencer Israel has a guest coming on or something like that, Mario, and interesting day in the market. Again, be careful, get bigger on positions that you're really confident in and trim ones that you're less confident in, or be risky. But like, here's our psychedelic watch list. Numisys is up 15%. HRMF is up 11. And I think I'm going to bring Isaiah Thomas on. He's the CEO of this company that's up like 80% this week. I think he's going to come on tomorrow for a little bit. So if you guys want to see Isaiah talk about his company, those are psychedelic stock symbols, Freddie, right here. I hope you can see them on the screen. I'll zoom in one thing, but I only have 48 seconds left. Again, Power Hour at Benzinga.com. Twitter, we're at Benzinga. Check out Benzinga Pro. Check out Pre-Market Prep every morning from 8 to 9 a.m. It's our kickoff show. It's an amazing show. You get 3 great people. I come on the last 15 minutes. Tomorrow should be an interesting show since there was no like crazy moves the last couple of days. I guess there was in Sundial. But these are psychedelics. I'm going to start trying to do a lot more covered calls. No, Isaiah Thomas used to play for the Pistons. Yes. I was going to call him right now to come on, but Spencer has a show coming up. I'm good friends with Isaiah. I'm good friends with him. You want me to add those ones to the psychedelic list? All right. Spencer, do you want to come on so I roll it off to you so you can preview your show?
I can do that.
All right, here he is. You're Spencer.
How we doing, Raz?
Spencer, how are you?
How we doing, Raz?
How you doing? I tried to reach out to the CEO of a psychedelic company live on the show.
I know he didn't answer.
He didn't answer. I called a thing. I thought he would. I don't know. I was going to give him the option not to go live or to go live. And then I was going to do Isaiah Thomas, but then it got too late.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up on your show?
You win some, you lose some. I've got Mario Stefanidis. He is the associate for equity research and a portfolio manager at Roundhill Investments. They just launched a new ETF literally yesterday. The first streaming ETF. The ticker is SUBZ. Subs, get it. We're going to talk all about that, all about streaming, the opportunity, what investors need to know. And we'll take questions. As always, we'll take questions from our chat.
So when you say streaming, you mean like investors like in Roku or Pluto? I mean, that's a private company.
Well, I don't know. That's the point. Mario knows. He's gonna be the one to tell me. But
okay, that's cool. I'm gonna listen in. Streaming is such a hot area, and I don't know enough. I don't know enough of the opportunities out in that space, to be honest.
Yep.
So, to do that. Okay.
As far as I know.
I was going to say one last thing. Thank you, Ms. Shanigan's. I'm going to add that in, RV. And I'll put the notes that you gave that idea. That's the thing, guys. If I put them in my watch list, I want to give credit who gives the idea. So this guy, Revive, that's Shanat. What's his name? Okay. All right, Spencer, are you kicking me off?
I was going to, yeah.
All right. Have a good old day, man. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rez.